side, yeah, we in it for life. If you went up in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me Went up in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told them wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I just
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Now the wood. Right there, 54 miles. Exit. Nice ball. High ball. Zoom, zoom. Go.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. He gets it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch number 33. Single receiver, single receiver.
Hey, let go.
Single receiver.
Look, squeeze.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
We'll go 25. Here we go. He's crazy. He's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
70, Indy. Hey, orbit. Check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Down. 18 Gators.
That's what I do.
Go on. Hey, box truck. 2.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mike 54. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on. Come on here. Come get some.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half.
He's got to double up. Go. Check it out, please. Now.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, lock it. Check. Crunch. Go.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, switch gears. Switch to 6. Pull it. How? Come on. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going.
After the interception, here's Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We're going 25 to Mike.
In your face.
Go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Hey, 25 to Mike.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Skate, Sam on. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
You got him. You got him.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Come on, set. 30 base. Hey, Charlie. Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Hey, watch your leg. Rock it. Check 49. Let's go, get it.
They'll look to throw. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On the double.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. And let's get this, get this. Check 15, check.
Hard. Hey, Haywood. Deep river.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Four down.
Look at me. Go. Now.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
The point after is good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. There we go. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
At the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
Blue draw Corker.
Watch his slant.
2nd and 10. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check.
Smith.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, Echo! Switch! Get it!
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Echo! 25 to the mic. We go 25 to the mic. Watch the screen. Hey, 25 to the mic. We go 25 to the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Hey, orbit.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one taken in by Lashley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hey, box truck.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Watch safety creep.
No!
Safety's creeping.
5.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Say. Check 52. What's right? It's a safety cream. Check. Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Meanwhile, down in Philly, and you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will take over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready.
Check right to left. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
There. Hey, exit.
He'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. When the Giants have it, it's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Get that. Under 10. 10. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
From the 27, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Yeah. 25 to Mike. Watch twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Ready? Go to base. 25 to Mike. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you. Go. I got him. That's me. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Get him on. West. Watch out. Trump.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Buddy up. We'll go 25 to Mike. Let's set a time. Swing. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check three. Check. On trot. 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. It's now third down and long.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and a mile.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the kick by Rosas is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Let's go, D. Hey, check 24.
They go to Johnson again.
You ain't going nowhere.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Go. Check back 11. Check back 11. I got you. Check back 11. Check back 11. You must be getting this.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Hey, Delta. Ain't no such thing as a look. We taking wins.
Hey, check back 11. Check back 11. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Get wide. X3. 218. Chopper. Stay driven.
On 1st down, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Move. We got four. We got four.
Leo.
Check 31.
Bravo.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Jackson to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Check 26, check 26. You go tight.
Right back to him on first down. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
What we got?
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis...
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up.